There's a reality that many people only realize after they bought a boat. The true cost isn't in fuel, docking fees, or insurance. It lies in something most buyers never account for up front: the rate of depreciation. Some boats today are losing over $10,000 a year, and in some cases that figure is much higher. What's more, many owners are still making monthly loan payments while their boat's value continues to drop month after month. So, which boats are burning through cash the fastest on the market today? Let's start at number 7 and work our way up to the boat losing the most value each year. Top 7. Yamaha 252 SD. In 7th place is a boat that was a crowd favorite when it first launched, with an initial price ranging from about $72,000 to $80,000. However, after only about 2 years, many have been traded on the market at prices around the $50,000 mark. That means owners have lost between $20,000 and $28,000 in value, equivalent to about $10,000 to $14,000 per year. But what makes this rate of depreciation so noteworthy? Part of the reason stems from the fact that the jet boat segment has been shrinking quite rapidly in recent years, with a sharp drop in sales leading to significantly fewer new buyers. As the market shrinks, the number of people looking to buy used also decreases, forcing sellers to drop prices if they want a quick transaction. At the same time, many dealers are heavily discounting new models to clear out inventory, creating a very difficult situation for those trying to sell their used boats. When buyers are faced with a choice between a deeply discounted new boat and a used boat at a nearly equivalent price, which option will they choose? Top 6. 4 Winds HD8. Moving up to 6th place is a boat with a significantly higher initial price tag, usually between $120,000 and $140,000 when leaving the lot. However, after only about 2 years of use, many are being resold for roughly $78,000 to $92,000. This means the owner has lost $40,000 to $50,000 in value, equivalent to about $20,000 to $25,000 per year. That's a number that would make anyone stop in their tracks. But what's the cause? A big factor is the type of propulsion system this boat uses. While the market is increasingly shifting toward more popular and easier to maintain outboards, older drive types are becoming less attractive to buyers. This means when it's time to resell, owners have to compete with many other options that are held in higher regard. When buyers have too many choices, they'll typically demand a lower price to take an older boat off your hands. The question is, if this boat is losing $20,000 a year in value, is the time on the water really worth that cost? Top 5. Sea Ray SLX 280. In the number 5 spot is a boat that was once considered an icon at many major boat shows, with an initial price usually ranging from $175,000 to $195,000. However, after about 3 years of use, many are only trading for $110,000 to $125,000. This means the owner has lost about $65,000 to $70,000 in value, or about $22,000 to $23,000 per year. And keep in mind, that's not even counting maintenance. The propulsion system on this boat usually requires annual maintenance costs of $4,000 to $5,000 for routine inspections and parts. When you add up depreciation and maintenance, the actual total cost an owner's shoulders in the first few years can reach $80,000. This leads many to ask a rather uncomfortable question. Does picking a premium boat from a famous brand really help it hold its value? Or does the market ultimately only care about operating costs and resale potential? Top 4. Chaparral 300 OSX. At number 4 is a boat with an extremely high initial price, usually between $280,000 and $300,000. But what surprises many is that after only about 18 to 24 months, many are trading for around $180,000. This means the owner has lost between $100,000 and $120,000 in value in a very short time, which is about $55,000 to $65,000 per year. This is a level of depreciation that makes even industry veterans pause and think. The issue isn't build quality, as this boat is still highly regarded for its design and fit and finish. The problem is that buyers in this price bracket have plenty of other options, especially boats with different engine systems that hold their value better. When a buyer can choose between two boats at a similar price, but one holds its value better over the years, the decision is usually a no-brainer. And when that happens across the board, the resale prices of the remaining boats start to slide much faster than anyone predicted. Top 3. Bennington QX Tritoon. In third place is a boat with a fully loaded price, usually ranging from $110,000 to $140,000. However, on the used market, many units with very low hours are trading for only around $72,000 to $90,000. This means owners can lose $38,000 to $50,000 in value in the first few years, about $20,000 to $25,000 per year. But what surprises people most isn't the boat itself, but the upgrades. During the ordering process, many owners spend an extra $15,000 to $25,000 on upgrades like heated seats, premium audio, or expensive cosmetic details. However, when it comes time to sell, the market assigns almost zero value to these add-ons. To a buyer, a boat is just a boat, regardless of how many bells and whistles it has. This causes a huge chunk of that upgrade money to evaporate the second the boat leaves the dealership. It leaves many owners with a painful question: does loading up on expensive extras really provide any long-term value? Top 2. Malibu Wakesetter 23 LSV. In second place is a boat designed for a very specific type of water activity, with an initial price typically ranging from $140,000 to $175,000. After a few years, many on the market are trading for about $95,000 to $115,000. That means the owner can lose between $45,000 and $60,000 in value, or about $18,000 to $25,000 per year. But the bigger issue is the trend of the entire segment. Recently, sales for this type of boat have dropped significantly, and that trend is continuing. Meanwhile, in many areas, new regulations are starting to restrict where these boats can be used. Every time a new regulation is passed, it doesn't just limit where you can boat, it shrinks the pool of people willing to buy your boat. This puts even more pressure on resale prices over time. When a boat is losing $1,000 to $2,000 in value every month, owners quickly realize that depreciation is happening much faster than they ever imagined. Top 1. Mastercraft X-Star. Taking the top spot is a boat with an initial price usually ranging from $215,000 to $255,000, or even higher when fully optioned. But in recent market trades, many are valued at only about $140,000 to $165,000 with less than 2 years of use. This means the owner can lose $60,000 to $90,000 in value in a very short window, equivalent to $35,000 to $45,000 per year. This is a level of depreciation that makes even very high-income earners think twice. When a boat costs as much as a house, but sheds tens of thousands of dollars in value every year, the math becomes hard to stomach. At the same time, the price of new models keeps rising, widening the gap between the original purchase price and the resale value. As the market slows, these expensive boats can sit for a long time before finding a buyer. It leaves many wondering if this boat is a luxury toy or just a rapidly depreciating asset. This list highlights something many people only realize after they've already bought a boat. The real cost isn't in the expenses you see up front, but in how fast it loses value over time. Losing $10,000 to over $40,000 a year can completely change your perspective on boat ownership. If you found this data helpful and want to see more analyses like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video.